morning, Michael.
Good morning, Robin. How are you?
I'm good. What's the race for the I'm not going to say it because this is a family-friendly show. What
you just have.
What's that behind you?
Oh, it's just race for the title. Oh, shit.
Oh, race for the title. Well, yeah, I mean, clearly Arsenal are odds on to win, aren't they?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. I think everyone agrees. Everyone on the podcast agrees with that this week.
There's absolutely no way on earth that they're going to beat West Ham on their own ground.
No.
I can't see. I mean, West Ham, David Moyes, last game of the season, Jared Bowen, who wants to, get a move to a decent team and get in the England squad. I tell you, they're going to do it for Rice. I mean, it's all lined up.
Well,
the funny thing was during the week, the audacity and the arrogance of the Spurs fans to say, "Oh, let's throw the game so that Arsenal don't win the league when we play Man City." Boys, you had no chance of beating Man City with your best.
I don't know. I tell you what, the first half
ever football. Yeah, I know, but Man City's it's like a cat and a mouse. They're just playing with them. Give them a little tickle. They actually probably should have given them a head start.
One thing I've learned is if I just say I'm right pissed off, Haaland hasn't scored a goal and I've got him down as captain, he then goes and scores two.
I had him as my triple captain. Yeah, I really was. I was happy to have him as my triple captain because this week I scored above 100 points, which is for me is like, wow, that's like, woo!
I looked at that. I looked at that. I've got over 100. I went, oh, brilliant. Oh, bollocks. There's people with 140. What the hell? Just like,
It was a big week in fantasy. Yeah. So we had the Spurs debacle where old imposter Koglu got really upset with one of the fans who kept shouting at him saying, throw the game.
Yeah, why I don't get that. You still had Champions League football to play for. Surely you want your team to win, so what?
That's why they're Spurs. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? I understand. As an Arsenal fan, I understand why they don't want Arsenal to win the league. I was the same when they were in the Champions League final. I really became a Liverpool fan that day. But having said that, they, as you say, they had Champions League football.
Yeah, that Champions League
an opportunity. Now, given the structure of potential results this weekend, if they lose away to Sheffield United and Chelsea win at home, Chelsea will go above them, meaning then that if Man United happen to beat Man City, then I think Spurs drop down to the Continental Cup.
But how daft would that be that if, say, they lose to Sheffield and Chelsea win, so Chelsea go above them, so they've actually wanted to throw that game. So if they had,
the players didn't. To be fair, because if you look back,
I know they weren't going to beat Man City, but say they did just throw it, then that 3 points actually knocked them further down. So it's bonkers. Yeah, I don't get it.
But I mean, it was the same when Arsenal played away at Manchester United last weekend. There was
was that an old man twitch.
Yeah, there was the comments, coming out was, well, Man City don't want. Oh my God, go away.
Sorry, do you want me to go?
No, not you. I'm going to decline it.
I thought you objected because I'm now in grand, massive Technicolor.
It was
really sharp there, aren't? Oh, that's frightening how clear I am.
It was a client. Let me just message him and tell him I'm on a call.
Yeah.
So there we go. It's always good to.
While you're doing that, I'll apologise to people. I've just bought a new computer and I look a bit too much detail actually.
No, it's good. It shows you as you are.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, so Arsenal, so Man United fans don't want City to win again. So they probably wanted Arsenal to win. But the players, even though they had a really seriously depleted team, I thought they put up a really good attempt. I mean, Arsenal didn't look like conceding, but having only scored one, you can always concede one. And that obviously would have been the end. Anyway, I have a ticket for Sunday, Michael. I will be there.
Ooh.
I'm meant to be going down to Devon on Sunday, but I thought if I'm not there and the miracle happens, I'm gonna kick myself. I'm gonna be there so I can be.
Have you bought it off Bill?
Completely miserable. Yeah, but no. But here's the thing, right? Are you listening, Bill? Bill, don't listen till I've gone on Sunday. Bill says to me, "Would you like my ticket for Sunday?" And I go, "Well, why? Where are you?" He says, "Well, I'm down in Kent." Now, this is a guy who has a house in Highbury, right next to the stadium. And I said, "Oh, okay." And I thought, you know what? Yes, I'll take the ticket. Right? In my head, I'm going, "Are you mad? Why wouldn't you just come back to London early on a Sunday, watch the game, and stay in your house? Because you're going to come up probably during the week anyway."
Can he land the helicopter at Highbury?
No, he can't. That's
probably,
Highbury.
Sorry,
he'd have to catch the train, which is probably true. It's true. It's probably a bit.
Does the Queen still lend him it, or the King? Does he still lend him the King's train?
Yeah, he lends it to him, and he obviously could be chauffeur driven into London by the lovely Linda, but it's anyway. It doesn't matter. I have the ticket. It's in my possession. I'm going to be there supporting my team.
I've got to ask you the question.
Are going to be. We better not lose. I've got to
ask you the question. What's the face value of the ticket?
It's only Everton, so the face value is probably about 50 quid. 50.
And how much are you paying for it?
I don't pay nothing.
Oh, Bill!
I've refused to pay him now because he's such a rip-off Merton. I have actually refused to play him.
He must have won his bet during the week.
No, because he had Tottenham down to draw.
Oh, I had 2 bets going and I won one of them. I had Haaland to get a trick, and I had Haaland and Foden to have a shot on target.
Okay, so you won.
Yep, I won.
That's pretty good. And actually, I thought Villa's come back on Monday night against Liverpool was very impressive.
It was very good. I nearly did the dishonourable thing and turned the TV off and went to bed. And then I thought, I'll just carry on watching it. And so I was farting around doing something, watching it. And yeah, I thought they did really well, actually. They could have just given up. But no,
yeah.
And bless them.
I've got to say, though, the equalising goal, the guy had no clue, did he? It was somebody took a shot and it hit his knee and went in, and he's like,
he knew exactly where that was going. He knew where that was going. How dare you take that away from him? How dare you? By the way, the other thing I've only got backgrounds for this week. The only other thing that's a little controversial this week. Why are they going backwards? Me pictures. Why are they going? Oh, it's VAR. It's the old VAR. He's offside. His legs are offside.
Oh yeah.
But there's a better one actually than that anyway. VAR is getting a bit of VAR is getting a bit of a kicking, isn't it?
VAR is getting a bit.
There you go. There's the offside line.
Yes. They've drawn the lines. They've let us. I thought there were some really good suggestions this week on our group about, a decision should take no more than 30 seconds. If it takes more than 30 seconds, they have to leave it to the referee. If it's still disputable, then they should make the ref quick. The ref, when VAR is starting to look at something, the ref should go straight away to the monitor, make his own decision up. And then he can come back and they can say, we think he's offside. And the ref can say, I agree, disagree. And that's it. That needs to happen because people are so frustrated.
I still prefer mine. They've all got a little tag, a little tracker in the back of the shirts where they wear their sport bra thing. They've all got one of those track and stats things in the back of the shirt. Use that. Just use that.
No, they have.
Everyone's got them in the middle of the shoulders. Everyone's got one. Okay, if you're 7 foot tall, you're 7 foot tall. If you're whatever, but everyone's got one there and there. It's automatically done. You'd know if you're offside straight away.
So, for example, let me share my screen, show you, because I thought I saw this during the week, which I think I shared with everybody, but it was. I thought it was interesting in that as we talk about VAR. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So basically, this is the 5 seasons of VAR, the net scores. If you're Wolves.
Are you saying they've lost 17 goals or 17 decisions?
17 decisions have gone against them. And that's normally a goal, or
Yeah.
scored a goal, or it's been disallowed, or a goal's gone in, and they thought there was a foul or a penalty or whatever. You're not going to get any complaints. Look at your boys, Villa.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting. There's not. The truth is, if you take out the outliers of say 6 and 17, there's not a lot between it. I don't
What'd be
think
interesting?
I
What'd
don't
be
think
interesting?
Bar's awful.
No, but what'd be interesting is if you then looked at the ones that went down.
Mm.
If they had stuff a lot go against them, if it hadn't gone against them, could they possibly have stayed up?
Possibly. So this is the last weekend of the season, Michael.
Yeah.
Then we go into a depression until the season starts again in August.
No, we've got the Euros.
We've got the Euros, yeah.
We
could do an England pod before each game.
Just while I say that about pod, we had our largest figure last week.
Did we?
Way over the hundreds.
Hundreds of thousands.
Yep, brilliant. Way over the hundreds of thousands. And so
this is amazing. This is amazing. And anybody who's got time to listen to this nonsense really needs to get a life.
Well, yeah.
Sorry,
sorry, Mum.
Sorry, Mum. Yeah. And so the games this weekend, we've got some big games because we're going to have to pick our team in a second. So we've got Arsenal at home to Everton. Everton second in terms of clean sheets things recently. So it's not going to be an easy game, although Everton have nothing to play for. And Arsenal have a lot, obviously, to play for. Arsenal have to win. Whatever happens, Arsenal have to win. Newcastle still trying to push for a continental spot, as potentially a Man United. Chelsea at home to Bournemouth. Bournemouth are not an easy team to beat, but I put Chelsea down to win that. I think you'll probably lose to Palace.
I think now he's going to give the people that have helped the squad. I'd like to see as well the people who have helped the squad come on and off or whatever. Give them a game.
Yeah, give them a game. Yeah. Liverpool are going to want to win. It's Klopp's last game in front of the home fans.
But could he be a hero and let the kids out?
He could do, and it doesn't. In a way, it doesn't. The result doesn't matter. They're not going to be any worse than third.
No, all the praise he got last time when he let the kids out and they won.
Yeah, Luton have to win this game by about 6, and Forest have to lose to Burnley by 7 if Luton are going to stay up. So I think Forest are staying up. So the 3 that came up are going back down, which is interesting. Man City at home to West Ham. Clearly a West Ham. I think West Ham will win it or draw. And Sheffield United will beat Spurs because they deserve to be beaten.
Do you know what? It's one of those things that, theoretically you'll say no, they shouldn't beat them. But it's one of those things, it's the last game of the season, they've gone down, they've got nothing to lose or anything like that, but maybe prove a little point and come out and spank them, and everyone just goes, why didn't you do that all season? It's a kind of
it happens. Honestly, it happens. You don't want to be playing a team that's just been relegated normally because they've got, as you say, they have nothing to play for other than pride, and they'll want to go out on a high on their own ground, the last game of the season. And Spurs don't travel well, and Spurs have lost 5 out of their last 6 games. So you can argue say that their track record at the moment puts them, although they did win the league in October. They were top of the table in October. All their fans were crowing. This is the year. This is the season.
Why am I still looking at your screen?
Because I'm showing my screen.
I've got you in my top right-hand corner. Okay, everyone's seen
2 screens now. Yeah. Right. So our team. I've already had a quick look, and I think we should do a -4. Okay. I'm putting Saliba. Okay, we already got 3 City players.
Yeah.
We only had 1 Arsenal, so I'm putting Saliba and Rice in because we had an injury over here. We had Doherty at the Luton player, so who cares about him? We got Chelsea are still going for it. We've got a couple of them. Newcastle are still going for it. We've got a couple of them. Or 3 of them potentially. The only one where we're a bit light, Anderson's fine at Palace, is we've only got 1 Liverpool player. But again, you never know who he's going to pick.
Yeah, I generally think he'll. Although I generally said pick Richarlison last week, I generally think he might put some young kids out just to show that he's a nice bloke. Blah blah blah. At the end of the season, I think he'll do something like that. So I think you're
Yeah.
right. You don't know who's going to pick.
So I think we'll make this transfers. We'll lose 4 points. It's the last game of the season. Doesn't really matter.
Have
We'll
we still
pick
got the bench
the
boost?
have we?
I don't know. Have we played the bench boost?
I've
I
got the
haven't played mine
I've
yet.
got the spinning wheel of death at the moment. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't.
my
I haven't played mine
my
yet.
Apple computer's been doing that a lot recently.
You want to buy a new one? I have. Um, I don't know if we've
Wait,
played. Have we
so what
played
am I
the old?
doing? No, I think we played the bench boost game week 34.
Oh right.
We played the triple captain last week.
Yeah.
Um, and we played the free hit ages ago. So yeah, so we don't have a bench boost.
Oh, I've got mine
So
still.
the question is I think we put in Saliba. I can't see Everton scoring. I think we're not sure about Gordon. He's injured, so we can leave him on the bench. We should leave Haaland as captain. I don't think there's any question about that, right?
Yeah.
And the question is, and he's at home, so maybe that's it. The
Hang on.
question
What
is
about
the
your
goalie.
keepers?
The
Keepers.
goalie.
Yeah.
I would
Put him
do.
in. Yeah. Put Lino in. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Everton are going to lose, aren't they?
yeah.
Unfortunately.
So vice captain Isaac.
You might as well.
Actually, I would
Jackson.
maybe
Jackson.
Jack.
Farmer. Whichever
I
you want.
don't think it's going to matter.
No.
But
We're not going to fly at the table. I don't think I can move anywhere on the table either.
no, well, I think I mean, last weekend we did well. We got
112.
104 net points though,
Oh, right. No.
which is no, but it's pretty
No.
good. I mean,
Yeah.
45 for Haaland. I mean that because he was our triple captain, right?
In fairness, he was the highest scorer. He wasn't looking it till the end, till the last minute.
No, he
But
wasn't.
yeah, he still would have beaten Palmer, so that's all right.
Yeah, he still would have beaten Palmer. Oh, what happened with Shah last week? He didn't play any minutes. Is he injured? We don't want him in our team if he's injured, do we? Hang on, let's go back.
He's
Oh
on
no,
the bench.
we've left him on the bench. In terms of leagues, we are. Where are we? We are.
Above you.
Yeah, above me. We're a handy. Now you said that, I'm going to talk about the fact you've plummeted.
Yeah.
We are. We're 47th out of 85. I mean,
Well, actually, we can go up. We can. Oh, yeah. We've.
well,
Well,
yeah,
I'll
we're
behind
quite. Yeah,
Could maybe make one or two spots if we're lucky.
although we could go down one if Neil has a good
Oh,
game.
yeah.
But I think we could get possibly a couple of spots up. Where are you? You're
18th.
You've gone down to 18th.
Yeah,
Look at your red arrow, and you got 105 points. Well, was it net? No, you got not. Don't say you got over 100. You got 97.
Well, I did get over 100.
No, you didn't. You got 97.
Well, that's only when you take the 8 off.
Yeah, well, exactly. We're only interested in net scores.
I forgot about that.
Not interested.
Who got top then? Who got top? 149 there, number 9. 9th place.
Oh yeah, I'll get down to that. So James, actually, sorry. First thing we should say, last week was our FA Cup final between Jeremy Silverstone, who is my pensions advisor, if you should ever need one, and although I don't have any pension money left, so I don't know what he's been doing, and Neil Curtis, who is a Spurs fan and one of my boot camp buddies. Jeremy gave him a good thrashing, 132 points to 106. So Jeremy wins the first trophy of the season.
Well done, Jeremy.
Final. Neil gets the runner-up. I can't see, although I'd love to see Bidemy, jump above James. I can't see it happening. He's too many points. 34 points
34 behind. Jesus.
With one game to go. I mean, yeah. So James has got that. Third place is still to play for between Jeremy and Mark. 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all
kind of tight.
And also 11 and 12 could push out 9 and 10. Although Ali has he's up to 9th now. Ali's been leading scorer the last 2 weeks, 145 net score this week, I think it was, and 124 the week before. So pretty impressive.
Oh, there's Daisy Cooper FC. Blimey, 15th. Wasn't that many weeks ago. They were on the second page.
He was the winner last season.
Yeah, but Gary was on the second page not that many weeks back. He was
right
down the bottom.
Look at that. He's got 124 points. What was his net score? He's got 120 points and he's got a red arrow.
Oh, bless him.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So when we go all the way down, let's go to page 2. What I was noticing the other day, so the long throw now,
47.
just to remind people, the long throw was a team we picked at the beginning of the season and we haven't touched at all throughout.
It's a bit naff.
But we had Pickford in goal. You know, I mean, Alexander-Arnold, you'd have expected to do well this season, but didn't play much. Estupiñán, brilliant last season, hardly played. You know, we didn't have a bad midfield or a bad attack.
Well,
somehow that was a team that performed very poorly throughout the whole season. So less of that. So that's the wooden spoon. So I don't have to buy that trophy this year.
Yes, you do. I'll collect it off you.
What I think is really funny is John Laycock, who's won the wooden spoon twice before back to back, not last season, but back to back, is really trying very hard to win it this year. But it looks like, you know, he's too many. Yeah, he's not going to win the wooden spoon.
In fact, you couldn't even if you actually took every player off and did a 4 for -4 for each one, you still probably wouldn't do it.
I know. Less said about me, the better.
Oh, 64th.
64th. But here's the thing, right? Campbell, who happens to be the son of Ed, Campbell he's a Man United fan, gives me grief all the time about this is the first season he's ever been above me. Right. And he's crowing. And I'm like, yeah, but mate, you're 60th. There's nothing to boast about. No, I'm above you and I'm above my dad. Right.
No, I get that. I can see why he's you.
There's only 20 points in it. And I'm really hoping this weekend that I pick him by a point.
Hang on. Be the mature man. How old's Campbell?
No, I know. Campbell is he's 27. Yeah, he's
I thought he was younger than that. Sorry.
No, all right. He's not. He was at one time a younger lad, but he's not now. Anyway,
Diamond Dogs haven't done bad. 47th. That's all right.
I know. Very good.
112 this week. Yeah.
Let's face it. Your daughter is down in 54th.
Yeah, 54th.
Cara, another one of our. We only have 3 ladies, and Cara and Holly, 54, 55th.
Where's Uga's mum?
Oh yes, Udoggy's mum.
Udoggy's mum.
Laura. Oh, no, we got 4 ladies, didn't we? I'm sorry.
She must be near and Claire.
Claire's on 27.
She was right. She wasn't doing too well, but she's picked up. Yeah,
she was. I think.
Where's Laura?
Laura's on 13. Yeah. So I mean, you know.
Oh, that's a quick. Is a doggy still in the defence? Have a look. Who's in?
She's got a doggy.
No,
she did have Son though.
Only one Spurs.
Who missed the sitter, which would have made it 1-1. But I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter about that, and the fact that he and Pep were giggling and hugging one another afterwards. No conspiracy theory there. Of the 170. That was another thing.
There were some good sitters missed this week.
117 charges. Let me see if I can find.
What the hell's that?
And so no, this is a mate's thing. I sent this to, but I'm trying to find where the charges are.
Oh, the list of charges. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it somewhere. I had it on.
It went out on It went out on that UK USM one.
Yeah, it did. Where is that now? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it did. It went out on here. Got to be careful on here what we put. I thought this one was quite funny. Man City winning the league 4 times in a row is a serious achievement, to be fair. It's up there with Lance Armstrong winning 7 on bounce.
And then they're losing them all. Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite funny. And then, yes, he had them all taken away from him. Yeah, skip past that. Oh, yeah, look.
Yeah.
Love that. We stopped Arsenal.
Well, at least we got a parade.
They got a parade, the Watford Trophy cabinet.
You
Where
got-
are we? We
It's
got
not that far
that.
back. It shouldn't
Oh
be that
look,
far.
see who says Arteta doesn't win medals?
Yeah,
Um,
less said about them as well.
yeah, I know. Here we go.
There you
Here
go.
we go. Right. 54 failure to provide accurate financial information since 2009.
Mhm.
14 failures to provide detail for players and management payments. Here you are, Kevin De Bruyne in Abu Dhabi. There's a building with your name on it. It's got 800 apartments in it. They're all yours. 5 failures to comply with
Is that where
UEFA
Ollie lives?
ruling. What's that?
Is that where Ollie lives?
No, he lives in Dubai, not Abu Dhabi. But yeah, probably in one of Kevin De Bruyne's apartments. 7 times breaching Premier League PSR rules. 35 failures to cooperate. I mean, seriously, if this was Everton or Forest, they would have been banished to the Isthmian League.
I mean, even if you got half a point per one.
Yeah. Well, just even if they found guilty on just one of those charges. I'm not being funny, but I mean, you read these charges, 7 times failing to apply to the rules. I think Everton failed once and Forest failed once.
What's PSR?
That's that's how they work out how much money you
I thought the financial fair play.
Yeah. Something like that. I think it's that. And then to 35 times, we're just not cooperating, go away.
The problem is they've got to do them badly, otherwise every club will just do it.
But you see, I don't think they'll do them at all. I think the embarrassment of having the top team, possibly the top team in the world, to be fair, because they did win the World Championship thing last year. The best team in the world. I mean, it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. I think we're done, Michael. I think we just everybody. Although I did make a mistake, and I want to apologise to everybody.
Punk, Laura Trott, and just seen her name of her team.
Yes, it should be Imposter Coglu. I want to apologise because I said that the games kick off at 2:30, but actually
they're 4, aren't they?
At 4.
Yeah.
The teams have got to be locked by 2:30, which is earlier than normal. So please don't forget to lock your team by.
Which game am I going to watch? I'm at a mate's house because I do Super 6 with a bloke over the road and it's a £5 bet every season. And I've won for the last. It's one of those things you'd rather lose £1,000 than actually hand over something to do with a fiver. And I've had one buried in my new roof. He's a roofing company. He's got a roofing company, so he's put one underneath one of the tiles in my roof.
Yeah,
don't know where that is. Got all sorts of other stuff off him, and there's only 1 point in it this week. So I'm round at his house, and he's a West Ham fan. And obviously, I want to put Villa, but I suppose the Villa Palace one could be a non-entity. The City West Ham.
The Villa Palace one is not on TV. See, this is the.
It is on some people's TV.
Is it? Because I was going to say, yeah, those with sticks. But this is the problem. The Premier League, right? They change around all the fixtures, Sky and all that lot to show games when they feel like it. They can't, on the last day of the season, they can't provide every game. If you're in America, you'd have the choice of every single game. If you're here in this country, tough.
Why not just put half on TNT, half on Sky? You've also got Apple.
They've got Amazon. Amazon. They could put every game. They could give the BBC and ITV one just to be nice. I mean, there's so many things they could do. This is the appalling thing about the Premier League, which is why they'll never ever deal with Man City because they can't get their own act together.
Yeah, that would have been good if they put every game on,
but there you go.
But Ollie will just have to ask for his whole thing.
We are. This is the last game, so we'll have to come back and do a final run through of everybody's, successes, not successes, as they say.
That looks like I've got a knob coming out of me, doesn't it?
What's that?
It looks like I've got a knob coming out. The background.
No, you are a knob.
Ooh. I haven't got any of my other backgrounds on because it's all changed from I've changed computer, so
We
I've
give
got
a
no.
shout out to James, who is away on a rugby tour wearing a toga in Marbella. What could possibly go wrong? He is the Spurs
Oh,
fan.
Marbella.
Keeps telling me that I'm deluded. It doesn't matter how many times I remind him, Spurs have not won the league since 1961. And it was in black and white then. Let's just think about that. That is 63 years. And I'm the deluded one.
And you're the only one that can remember it being on TV.
I watched it. I actually quite liked Spurs in that time. There's some great players, Jimmy Greaves, and a few others. Danny Blanchflower, some guy who got.
You'll have to go and get your program out, won't you?
Some guy who got hit by lightning, hiding under a tree. He was a great player.
He was hiding under a tree in the stadium playing football.
No, he was out golfing.
I was going to say, how the hell did you get hit by a tree in the stadium? Stadium of Light.
Did you go to their old stadium?
It might have been Sunderland Stadium of Light.
Absolutely. Stadium of Night.
Stadium of Night.
Who's coming up again? No, Leeds are coming up.
Ipswich and Leicester are straight up.
Oh yeah, and Leeds are playing somebody in the playoff final.
Have they started the playoffs? All right. So Leeds
won 4-0. I think it was last night.
Right, I haven't watched that, but I don't mind Leeds. I've got a soft spot for Leeds from the old 70s of Eddie Gray and all that.
Yeah, I don't mind Leeds. I don't mind Leicester. I think both of them will put a better effort in than Sheffield United and Burnley and Luton this season.
I think Ipswich.
Luton gave it a go, but
yeah, I think Ipswich will could struggle, but it won't be long. Another couple of seasons we'll have Wrexham there, won't we?
We will.
Hollywood.
We all look forward to that. Day trips away to Wrexham. I had whatever the result on Sunday. I had a fantastic season. I had a great trip up to Burnley with Bill. I've been to the first home game of the season, the last home game. I've been to many of the games this year, considering I don't have a season ticket. So I'm very happy. The generosity of my friends. Thank you, Bill.
Friend.
No. I have a friend, Simon, who takes me, who doesn't charge me. And he can't understand why Bill does charge me. That's why I've gone on strike. I'm not paying him. I'm paying him what I think it's worth.
And that depends on whether you win or lose. Yeah,
absolutely. Totally depends on the result. I'll be there with my lucky hat. I'll be joining the Ashburton Army for our march to the stadium at 2:30. Going to be there.
I don't ask. What's the Ashburton Army?
The Ashburton Army are the Barmy Army that gather behind the clock end goal and play drums and trumpets and cheer our team on.
I suppose all that loud noise is
only about 6 of them.
You can't hear it. Someone banging a drum behind you wouldn't bother you, would you? What noise? Huh?
What noise? No, I'm all right. I don't sit near them. I'll be sitting just above the Everton fans on Sunday.
Oh, see, I'd have thought you'd be sitting in the old dugout. I thought Bill would have seats down there by now.
Yeah, well, no, Arteta has asked me to bring my boots in case of injury. I'm making the bench this week.
Yeah, you're putting the bench out. Yeah.
Anyway, we should.
All right.